Hello, this is Spidey1958 and welcome to my Let's Play Industrial Automation. As I said last time, we were going to do some Industrialcraft stuff. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I am getting lots and lots of extra wood in here, and in fact now I'm beginning to get lots of extra peat. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and set up a system to turn this wood into charcoal, store the charcoal, and use the charcoal to power a furnace that it's powering. So give me just a moment here. I think I have everything we'll need and we'll get this set up. So and I thought I had everything I need, but looks like I need a provider pipe. So let's go ahead and get one of those. What I'm going to do is use small logistic networks to do some stuff that was really hard to do before, and then have the end result feed into my network. So let's go ahead here and use our handy dandy caller. Let's see. I can't remember if it's provider or supplier. I think we'll request one of these. Oop. Yep, it's a provider we want. So I'm sorry, I'm still, for some reason I have horrible time keeping track in my head which pipe does what. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Oh, it looks like for some reason I must have requested some other pipes there. So let's go ahead and set this up. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and put a provider pipe here. And then we're going to go ahead and put a crafting pipe right here. And then we're going to set a electric furnace down here. Over here, we're going to set down, oh, we don't need that yet. Set down right here facing this direction so I don't have to bother with my wrench, a bat box, and we're going to go ahead and set down two furnaces here, or two generators, excuse me, and hook them in. And this is probably more than we need to just run the furnace, but ultimately I will have some other devices I want to run off this. So okay. So now we have that set up. So let's go ahead and trying to figure out if I may have to set that up on the wall. Let's go ahead and grab some charcoal, which I actually have to run and get because there isn't any in my system yet. And we'll just go ahead and grab 2 stacks of it here. And let me go ahead and turn the volume down here. There we go. And let's go ahead and get half a stack of wood and go ahead and Whack this with our wrench. And tell it to put 32 wood in there and partials. That's what I was afraid of. Let's go ahead and see. I think what we need to do here is run it in the top. So let's go ahead and break it there and get out our stone pipe here. And again, let's try 32 partial. Oh, no wonder. That is the wrong pipe. And that's also the wrong pipe. So let's see. That was a crafting. Ah, there we are. Let's try this again. So we put a provider here, and we put a supplier here, and we tell it to keep 32 in stock. Yes. And there we go. And now it should keep 32 in there. So let's go ahead and take care of the volume noise again. Now we need a way to get it out. So let's go ahead and see if we can just pull it out with a wooden transport from the front. So we'll lay a chest down like this, our wooden transport like so, and I need a redstone engine. So let's go up here to our handy requester. I did fill some of those empty slots that we had left in our crafting systems, and one of the things I filled it with should be a redstone engine, but I'm not seeing it here. So let's go ahead and make sure that that part's working. I bet I forgot to import the recipe, because I seem to do that quite often. Let's see. There's the... Okay. No, I imported it. I must just be blind and not seeing it. So let's go over here and see if it shows up for me now. Oh, there it is. You probably saw that, and we're going, it's right there. And we'll need a redstone torch. In fact, while we're here, let's go ahead and, since I seem to always be needing redstone torches, let's go ahead and set up a machine. I think I have an empty slot still here to make redstone torches for us. I will probably ultimately make this do something more complicated, but for now I'm always needing these, so we'll do that. Okay. And it looks like the sun's about to set, so let's go ahead and close our door here. Okay, and we'll go ahead and put down our redstone engine right here. And our torch right there. Okay. Engine. Torch. And I may... Nope, that does work. So now we'll basically keep turning all of that charcoal, or all of that extra wood we have, into charcoal. And so our next thing is we'll need another, let's see, that's the crafting, 2 more supplier pipes. So we'll put one here and one here, and then we're going to need another provider pipe. So let's go up here. And we'll order a basic, I don't suppose that's well, that's a provider, so let's request that. And we'll grab some charcoal here so we can go ahead and set this up. And we'll set it up to keep 32 in there. And 32 in there. Okay. Now this is probably producing more energy than we need. Yep. So this will also give us a source for energy when we need some additional machines here. And ultimately I will tie this box into the main logistics system. But for now, let's go ahead and just leave it like that and go start on the next project. So I have this idea for a different type of energy production for the main building there. So we're going to go ahead, and I have a few things that should be pre-made here. We're going to need a pump. I'm going to put that in there. A bucket filler, which I'm not sure why the bucket filler suddenly has a generic icon. We're going to need some golden logistics pipes. And then we're going to need to build a couple new things. So let's go ahead and order what we're going to need for those. So we're going to need a couple generators. They should be in here somewhere. Well, I thought I had generators set up, but apparently, so let's go ahead and set generators up. So to make a generator, we're going to need one furnace, one block, machine block, and there should be a battery in here. There it is, a battery. Now let's go ahead and just build them manually here for the moment, since most of the parts are already going to build. So we'll go ahead and order another furnace and another machine block. And there you can see the refined iron is in this chest, so you just saw it go streaming out to make the stuff. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and request we get 3 buckets. We'll request those. Though we will need some more buckets, so let's go ahead and request some tin. I'm going to need 5 more buckets, so we'll need 15 tin. And then we're going to need 8 wooden planks and 8 sticks. And let's go up here. We can put away that for the moment. And we'll need 4 of those. Some of those. Some of those. Some of those. And some iron pipes. And obviously I had extra tin. So we'll go ahead and drop the extra tin in here. And the first thing we'll need to do is build our generators. So those are built the standard way, just like that. Then we're going to take our generators and build some water mills. You notice that we get 2 water mills for each one of those builds. And let's see. Let's go ahead and get rid of the wood here. I probably have, yep. Let's go ahead and throw the extra odd charcoal in there. And we'll put these in here. Clean up our inventory here a little. And next thing I think we're going to need is a bat box. So let's go ahead and whoops. As usual, I click it with the wrong thing. Let's order 3 batteries, 5 wood, and 1 wire. Actually, let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and order 6 wire. And actually, we're going to need 6 more tin as well. And I may have to just get rid of the sounds on those, because anytime you start a new machine, it's like you have to go and adjust the sound level. Okay, so let's go ahead and build our bat box. And we have our buckets here. And our extra tin. So first of all, we'll build the bat box, and if you remember, it's basically 3 batteries like this, some wood here, 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 and a cable here. That gives us our bat box, and our buckets will do like this. And then our tin, gonna make some tin wire there. And the only thing else I think we're gonna need is to put these down here. Get him out of there. And some cobblestone. We'll just grab, I think I have some still. Oh, no, I'm out in that chest. We'll actually have to request cobblestone. So let's get my requester out again. And we'll request 41 cobblestone. And while that's running, let's go ahead here and sleep to make it night. Or day. There we have our cobblestone. And let's run out here. Grab a couple buckets of water. Oh, and I did forget something. I'm going to need a whole bunch of redstone engines. So let's jump in here quick. Get our handy thing. So I'm going to need 5 redstone engines. And let's go ahead and, oh, that's right, they are there. Whoops. So we're going to need 5 of these. And 5 redstone engines. Oh, nope, we're going to need 4 more redstone engines and 2 more torches. And it looks like we're getting a fair amount of copper, some iron, some silver, some tin there to process in our system. So once we get our power needs here taken care of, we'll go ahead and start building some stuff for that. Looks like we're waiting on some redstone engines. Okay. And I bet I need 1 more redstone engine. Considering all the redstone engines, I don't know if this is going to save me anything over just doing solar cells. But we'll go ahead and see here. And it's a different design. Sometimes it's just neat doing different designs. Here comes our redstone torch and our redstone engine. Hopefully now I've actually thought of everything, but I'm sure I'll have forgotten something by the time we get to the next, actually into the build. Okay, let's run up here on the roof. And first thing we're going to do is get out our cobblestone here and build ourselves another little permanent water source with a pump. And again, because I don't like the water dripping through the ceiling, we'll have to do a double layer here. So okay, then we'll go ahead and use our water buckets here to create a nice permanent water source. And there we are. So let's go ahead, and I may not have gotten enough cobble. Looks like I need to go get some more cobble. So give me just a moment, I'll be right back. Wee boom. And we'll just click on our cobble chest here, which is full again. Almost full. And of course I'll have to use one of the cobble there. So we'll put that there. Get out our pump. Get out the first of our many redstone engines. And we put one there. With a redstone torch. And we put one here with another redstone torch. Go ahead and get out our waterproof pipe. And actually, well, no, because we probably need to put it up one. So I'm going to go ahead here and get our pump, and we're definitely going to need some more cobble here ultimately. That's not our pump, that's our bucket filler, which for some reason suddenly has a transparent well, the GUI still works. Okay. And let me go get some more cobblestone. This time we'll just go ahead and grab an entire stack. Oops. Notice the problem with the smooth stone is it throws off my limited depth perception, and I'm always putting stuff in the wrong square. So we'll go ahead and set that person going. And go ahead and put down another cobble here. With a torch. Okay. And actually, we'll try it this way. We may have to do advanced insertion pipes, but let's go ahead and I believe that the empty buckets have to go in the top. So let's go ahead and see if the shift works in this one. No, it doesn't. Let's go ahead and put a cobblestone here on top. And it won't let me do that, so I'll do it this way. And we're getting some lag here. There we go. Actually, this has to be an iron pipe. And the lag's not going away, so hold on a minute here while I find out what's going on. Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but it seems to have cured itself. So let's get some iron pipes here. Put one there. And then we'll go ahead and I need to have both of these out. Cobble, 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 and cobble. So let's go ahead and use our wrench to get this going the way we want. There we go. And did I do that the right way? We want empties to go in there. And I think full ones come out the bottom. So let's go ahead and put a wooden pipe here. And then we'll go ahead and grab our 4 advanced insertion pipes. Put them down like this. Actually, we need to do this a little different. We're going to put an iron pipe here. And we're going to put an iron pipe here. Put down a redstone engine here. Grab our 4 generators. And I may be doing this backwards, and shouldn't there be one more? Didn't I have 4? Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and stick a bucket in here. And it's not pulling it out. So let's go ahead and see if this has to be on the side. So we're going to need to put down another cobblestone block here. Oh. Take that off for the moment, because we don't want it there anyway. Get our let's go ahead and put down another redstone engine here. Okay, so that should pull it out and send it down. And it should go up into, there we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pick up this engine. And we'll hope that nothing comes up here on the roof to get us while we finish this off. So the first thing I need to do is on this side, we're going to go ahead, speak of the devil. Get out our wooden pipes again. Set them up like that. Go ahead and get another block. Get out our iron pipes. And this one can be a normal cobblestone here on the end, or stone pipe. Sorry, I'm always saying cobblestone when I'm almost always using stone pipe, so hopefully people forgive me for that. And then we run. Oh, that's not going to work. Guess there's enough light to keep them from spawning. Unfortunately, that doesn't keep the spiders from crawling up here and attacking me, so we'll see if we can get this done quickly here. Oh, there's always something in the slot you want to put stuff in. Oops. Dang it. I hate it when you knock over too many pipes like that. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. So we jump back up here. We put our iron pipe here. Go ahead and put our water pipe back. Put a stone pipe here. And actually I need one more advanced insertion pipe. So let's go ahead and click that. And I don't know that I have any more, so we'll probably have to build them. But fortunately it's day now, so we can run down here and hopefully... Oh, zombie! Free zombie meat and arrows! And more arrows. So, advanced insertion pipes. Let's see if we have any in the system. I think I'm out. Yep, I'm out. So let's go ahead and bring up NEI and advanced insertion pipes. We need 2 smooth stone. Okay, so we're actually gonna... Smooth stone is also not in my system yet. So we're actually gonna have to run and get some. So... And while we're here, let's go ahead and grab a bunch of the smooth stone, throw it into our gold maker, and we'll go ahead and grab these 3 out. So now I need glass and redstone. So 1 glass, 1 redstone. And while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and dump some of this excess stuff off in the chest that I don't need. Okay, should be here by now. Yep, there we go. should only need one of those, so let's go ahead and throw the rest of them in here. And head back up to our roof. Oh, more zombie meat. Okay, so we get our advanced insertion we just made. And we put it right there. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this top row. And we're going to put down some engines on it. I don't know what it is with the lag today. I'll probably have to do some checking. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw another bucket in here and see if that works for getting the buckets out. No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's go ahead and just throw 4 more buckets in here, or 3 more buckets in here. So it doesn't work if you take them out there, so we'll go ahead and change this out a little bit. So why don't I go ahead and make those changes off camera quick here, and we'll see how it goes. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. What I had to do was not only move the pipes to the end, but I actually had normal wooden pipes weren't pulling out the buckets. So what I did is put in advanced insertion pipes and told them to only put on empty buckets. So they now seem to be pulling out the empty buckets. So the way it basically works is I have 8 buckets in here. And when you put a bucket of water in here, it fills it to generate power. And basically, I'm going to wait till each of these get full here. And my hope is that the bucket filler will fill the buckets fast enough that once I let it build up so they're all full power, it will maintain it. And basically we have a perpetual power source that works day and night. Now I know you can build huge waterfalls over large trees of these. I've seen that done. But my experimentations with it, that it takes about 8 of these in a tree to generate 2 power per tick. Why 1 bucket in here, each of these produce 2 power per tick. So right now this, once, if everything works right, this is going to produce 8 power per tick. And we should be producing enough water that ultimately I could put up like more of them up here. But we'll see if this takes care of our initial needs. So let's go ahead and start wiring it up while they're charging up here. So I'm just going to use tin here, of course. And maybe I'm not going to just use tin here. So we're going to have to put some more blocks up here. Because you can't shift click on these yet. I'm hoping, since that showed up in Industrialcraft, that more people will put in the ability to shift click like that. So we'll go ahead and run this over here. And I think we'll go ahead, let's see, where's the door? Door's right there. Let's go ahead and run this over to about here. Okay. And let's see how these are doing on getting fully charged. That one still isn't fully charged. That one is. Now part of it is that as these engines warm up, they should be pulling the buckets out faster. And right now, basically it's got this section right here juggles the empty buckets. And down here, the reason I put the iron pipes on both ends is because a full bucket's basically going to juggle back and forth between here and wait for an opening. So theoretically I can put some more buckets in. We'll see if that actually works. And there's the lag again. Sorry about that. I'm seriously going to have to see if there's something I can do about that, because it appears to be getting worse. Now normally when I'm not running Fraps, I can run in full screen view, and I get like 60-70 frames per second, and it's not a problem. But in order to see the Fraps indicators, I have to run in windowed mode, which automatically cuts my frame rate in half, and then Fraps cuts it down about a half again. So I only average about 15 frames when I'm recording, so when it starts lagging, it becomes really noticeable. So let's see how we're doing here. Well, that bucket's there because that's full. That bucket's there because that's full. So where are our other buckets? There aren't any in that loop. And they aren't in this loop. And I didn't see anything fall out of the system. There goes one in. There goes one out. I may have to put more buckets in the system because I seem to be missing buckets. Unless somehow the system is removing them. Okay, so that one should go in there and fill it. Yep, so that one should be filling. And it is. And where did the other buckets I made go? They still, they're not, no, I put them in the system. Because we see they only have 4 buckets running through here right now. We must have more than 4. Oh no, that's only accounts for 4 buckets. Well, let's go ahead and jump down and see if I can put some more buckets in and see if they're disappearing or what's happening. So let's pop in here. Let's just make 2 more buckets. So we'll need 6 tin. So we have 1 bucket's in there, 1 bucket's in there, 1 bucket's in there. Bucket just came out of there. So is there another bucket flowing into there? Yep, so that bucket's flowing in. And then it goes out. I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple golden pipes, see if I can speed that up a little and see if that takes care of, gets us a little more energy out of it. But meanwhile, let's go ahead, since it's getting dark, and we have our tin there. Let's go ahead and run it down. Whoops. And we'll put our bat box. Oh, let's put it facing this way. So it's charging up. And let's go ahead and, that noise is the noise of the water generators. That seems to be generating power fine. So hopefully that will be okay. So let's go ahead and end this episode here. We got our power set up so we can start putting some machines in here. And I think I'm going to try to put in enough power that we can put in a couple advanced machines and reduce the number of actual machines we need to take care of it. So next time we'll build a couple advanced machines. Until then, if you like this episode, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And as always, if you're enjoying the series, go ahead and subscribe. So I'll see you next time. Have fun Minecrafting.